stress, OCD to the maximum, and anxiety, like dreading going to work every day, just like completely not in love with what I did anymore.
Like even was talking to my managers and I'm like, y'all, I'm drowning. I've got too much on my plate. I can't do this. It's just too much. I can't do the clinical hours. I'm struggling.
For myself, I like to call it a shell. Like I was a shell, but there was nothing inside. There was nothing there. So you're going through the motions, you're doing things at work, but then when you come home, there's no shell left to even deal with. So there's nothing left. There's nothing. Yeah. I'll tell you some vulnerable information here. I hit a point where I'm going to just use the word disassociated. Like I hit the wall. Like there was nothing else. I wasn't giving anymore. I wasn't taking. I wasn't anything. I was literally just going day to day.
I couldn't sit down. I couldn't stay on schedule. I felt like I was good at scheduling things. Apparently I'm really good at scheduling a hospital, but I'm not good at scheduling myself. And so it was really bad. And when I had to do my clinicals on top of my work and my schoolwork, my kids' stuff, my house stuff, I couldn't do it. And it just drug out.
And if I wouldn't have done this, I would be miserable. Or to be completely honest, what's the number one thing that happens in our field? There would probably be thoughts of suicide. But
I would like to first focus on saying thank you to everyone behind the Get MotiVETed University, these courses and the knowledge that I was able to pull from the curriculum and the presentations and the podcasts. Like everything was so smooth and so seamless and so full of useful information and knowledge. I can't thank you guys enough. The dedication that you guys have to this is very apparent and very inspiring, honestly.
Hello, my name is Sam Sikinga. I wanted to share with you what Get MotiVETed has done for me. First, I want to thank Dr. Hawley and Renee and Dr. Feldman for all you've shared and all you've given to this course. The honesty and openness that you have with this course is what really sets it apart from other well-being courses. You've lived it and you're very relatable, so thank you so much for sharing.
Truthfully is what set me up to be where I'm at now. I randomly got an ad on Facebook. That's how I saw it. And it was talking about burnout and compassion fatigue, which are things that I've always been extremely sincere about. But I just did not realize how far I had dropped off the scale on that myself, because I was trying to make sure everyone else was taken care of, because in my previous career, I was so unhappy.
I look at my rough days a little different now, whereas before I used to be like, oh my God, this day was so awful. Like it was so busy. I couldn't keep up. Like I'm so stressed out. But now I look at them, I mean, like you guys call them character building days. So at the end of it, I have to reflect back on where before I was, oh, I'm out of work. I'm so happy. Like I can forget about the day and wash my hands of it. Whereas now I can like look back, learn a lesson, kind of reflect on the day and then apply that towards the next shift.
Compared to a few months ago, I have a completely different method of living. It's exactly what I needed and more. I've been able to bring what I'm learning to work. The work environment is so supportive. We love the idea of seeing our clients as, the tulip bulb. Some difficult ones have even blossomed. We have a new vocabulary. We discuss burnout, compassion fatigue, character building days, winning days, successful days. We've even discussed really tough things like the impact that suicide has had in all our lives.
All those tools that you had us do, all those like little exercises and things to really like just kind of help pinpoint. I loved it. I love it.
With all that and to learn that it's okay we need to take care of ourselves first. If we're not taking care of ourselves, we can't take care of those animals either. So I was on the verge of looking for a new job. I remember talking to one of my friends. I was like, I don't know what else to do with my life. I've been doing this for 10 years. Like, I don't even know where to begin to look for something else. This is all I know. And then I went to the program and it really kind of, I'm gonna re-burn that kindle in me to keep doing what I'm doing and to keep going. And I want to help other people who are also feeling that burnout.
I literally, like, I saw it on LinkedIn and I'm like, you need to get started on it. And I looked at the program, I'm like, yep, that's everything that I've been kind of looking for.
Your guys' program helped me just want to stay in the field and not actually leave the field, which I don't want to do. This has been my passion. I've loved animals since I was little, and I don't want to leave the field, but I also need to take care of myself.
I was drawn to get MotiVETed because I had been through burnout before. I've been an LVT for 11 years. What I learned from the situation is that my toolbox is not full. I needed more, and that's right when GMU popped up. And I went for it, and it really sharpened the tools that I had and added more tools that I didn't know I needed. So I've been able to completely heal from the situation that happened and let go of any resentments that I had. The unexpected and most substantial change I've experienced is my level of confidence.
I think it was a great program. I think more of our staff should do it. I think it would definitely help with retention rate. And these people, they want to help animals, and I know they do. They definitely have that care in them. Mm-hmm. I just think that they need a better support system.
So I'm hoping that with all of the lessons that I've learned from you guys, I can keep that kind of cruising, keep the staff happy. I have a bunch of projects coming up for their well-being, and I'm really excited to kind of see if they listen to me and what kind of effects that it can make in the practice. So thank you guys so much for the opportunity and, picking me to be a part of the program, because I'm really hoping to make a difference in my practice and for future practices if I ever move on. I'd love to be able to bring everything that I learned to them. So thank you.
And then off we went. It's been a long ride. I don't always have the best focus when it comes to classes and courses, but I will say this one was one that was a lot easier for me to focus on than others that I have taken in the past.
But that's another thing. I don't think that the program was one of those kind of programs, like where you sit down and you dread it because like it's gonna put you to sleep. Like you've seen those CEs where you're like halfway through it and you're like, oh my God, how much longer? So luckily it wasn't like those. So it didn't make it hard to watch.
It's not the same way all the way through. So it's not like writing a paper. It alternates. And for me, that kept it very interesting. Plus, all the speakers are extremely intriguing, not just because I'm talking to you. But I went through everything to make sure that this was something I was interested in, and something that I think overall that really drew me to the program. I love personal responses because that right there makes you feel like you're valued. Let's do this together. We can work through this. I think that this would be a great match. And it was honest. You guys have always been honest through the whole thing, like whether you think this is something that's going to be beneficial or, whatever for whoever's needing to talk to you. And so just like today, we're having a meeting just to kind of recap on what we've done. And it's a very personal experience that you're not left alone in.
I would tell them to just do it. Like, it's so easy to burn out and fall out of love with vet med these days because it's just so overrun and overpopulated that it just why wouldn't you do it? It's just like it's a good move for your career. It's a good move for your health. It's overall educating. It's a lifestyle change. There's just so much to it that you just got to take that leap and you just got to do it.
I have started implementing it, and I have noticed an improvement in my relationship at home with my husband, my relationship with my son, my relationship with my friends, my colleagues, my motivation at work. That 24-hour mastery has been the absolute biggest thing I have taken away from this course, and I am able to focus and set small goals for myself and accomplish each of those goals by the hour or by the 2 or 3 hour mark, however long I need to accomplish them. I can set that goal and set that time aside and focus and know exactly what I want out of my day, and 9 times out of 10, I get it.
I loved the idea from the very beginning of the stacking concept, being able to combine things and make it easier not only does it keep me busy, but it also frees up more time in my day. So that way I can like, have that time to like meditate and reflect upon like my day and just like have more time with my family and my kids.
And I'm like, I don't know that I could have done that if I hadn't have done your program and done the stacking and, you know, actually added more stuff to my schedule. Also, I still feel like I have free time. I have this whole afternoon off, and like, where did that come from? Like, I'm technically working 2 jobs. I'm in school. I have a kid, and I have a Friday afternoon off. Like, how does that happen?
My husband even said, like, you have yourself back. Like, you've been gone for almost 2 years, and now you're like, you're normal again. And he was right. So
I have like established goals for myself now, and I feel like I can have goals in this field, whereas before I felt like I was hitting like that wall and there was nowhere I can go, nothing that I can do. I was just going to be on the same path forever. And now I actually have goals, I have plans, and I'm just riding that out.
I love where I'm at. You know, this was the career for me. Like, even thought 6 months ago that I needed to leave this profession, that wasn't the case. I needed to change myself, and I needed to work on my personal outlooks. And, you know, this program really, really did that for me. It kicked me in the butt, but in a good way. It kicked me in the correct direction. So, and I definitely would, I really can't explain to you how much I would recommend.
It's starting to roll over into my kid's life, because we have a new puppy. So he's like, oh, I can take him out when you're doing this, and then I'll have more time to do this. So he's kind of starting to see, you know, how he gets extra time.
Cool. I love that.
It's definitely worth it, even not just from a vet standpoint. Like, it helps all around. It helps in all aspects, not just in veterinary medicine.
In addition to being a full-time LVT and a mother, life is busy, and I'm not tired. It's wild. It's amazing.
Like I said, I don't know. I really enjoy you guys. I think you bring a lot to the table. I think the offerings that you have, just like you said, I mean, you have bad days, but your positivity, you and Dr. Hawley, it just radiates. Like, how can you not be happy when you're with happy people? It helps. So,
it helps.
I mean, it does. I'm not saying it's going to make all your bad things go away, but I mean, it helps.
I tell them how much it's helped me, how much like I enjoy my job a lot more, how I'm not as stressful, and that it's not just about everything based at work, but it's a lot of like lifestyle things too that will like just help you live a better life overall and like be more comfortable in your own headspace pretty much.
It really lifted me up, and it kind of set in motion all these things. So now I'm not at home stressed. I'm not at work stressed. I literally love coming to work. I'm now using my Burnout PREP for teaching a class. And as you know, I reached out to you guys about having like a discussion. That way I can share it with more people, so more people can do these continued educations with you guys. And really, it just set me up for like, I just can't explain how much success.
Thank you so much.
I cannot thank you guys enough. If you guys ever have anything else like this, any more courses, videos, podcasts, like, I will 100% be staying up to date in all of it. I think you guys are fantastic. I love the knowledge that was taken away. Can't thank you guys enough. So yeah.
And it's been really wonderful to see the changes in my coworkers when we support each other. I could go on and on about how much this has impacted my life. Like recovery, this is not a one and done thing. It's a lifestyle that is going to stick with me, evolve and grow with me. I cannot put the amount of gratitude I feel into words, but I have tried. So thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much